Joseph YouTube, welcome to the Coffee Pod. My name is Chisha Zed.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
I had an affair and cheated on my husband while he had cancer. Guys, you won't believe how this story begins and ends. No more wasting time. Let's get it.
Have you ever had an affair? I have. Why did I have the affair? Well, it was for several reasons, none of which are excuses. If I could go back, I would definitely take it back, okay? My late husband resented me. This was 10 years ago. He resented me for buying the condo. I resented him for institutionalizing me and not wanting to talk about it. And then my love language is words of affirmation and affection. And he wasn't filling my love tank much. I started a new job. The guy seemed to be sincere. I mean, I was probably naive because I was like 25 or something like that. And he was 17 years older than me, and he was always showering me with compliments. And then he just became like a drug, and I was willing to give up anything and everything to be with him.
All right, guys, you guys heard it for yourself. So she starts off telling the story about how she began her affair. And the excuses she gave was she was experiencing a lack of affirmation and affection because those are her love languages. This has to be like a go-to excuse for most women who step out of marriages. And then she got so obsessed with the new guy that was busting her cheeks that she said he was like a drug and she would do anything. This is a married woman we're talking about here. She would do anything to be with him. But listen, guys, that's not it. This plot thickens and the story gets even crazier than this. Part 2.
Why did I have an affair? Part 2. Now, if you didn't judge me from last night's video, you're probably going to judge me from this night's video, because the affair started in April of 2012 when my husband was in remission for cancer. I had the affair for 6 months. So 2 months into the affair, my husband relapsed, went full-blown cancer, super aggressive, and I was so entangled in the affair, I did not stop having the affair.
Wow. Even her husband having cancer did not stop this chick from pursuing the affair.
This coffee smells like shit.
I continued to have the affair and stay with my husband and help him while he was in the cancer, still battling cancer. And he wanted to leave me, but he felt forced to stay because he felt like he had to rely on me to help take care of him. And I feel horrible for that.
How did he find out is what I'm wondering. So he knew what was going on. That's painful.
I was a broken person and I was a hot mess. But my message to you is you are not defined by your decisions. Jesus loves me the same today as he loved me when I had the affair.
All right, guys, so you heard it for yourself. Her husband gets cancer and she keeps on with the affair. And she says, you're probably going to judge her at this point. And I'm sure most people who hear this story are like, Jesus, this is pretty evil. And not only did she keep up with their affair, it's like the guy knows can't leave because he's sick. She had a part 3 where she basically was trying to do some damage control and blamed like her decisions on childhood trauma, things that happen, same stuff. Yeah, abuse, whatever. And definitely not a justification for something like this, though. But believe it or not, guys, the story gets worse. Part 4.
Why did I have an affair? Part 4. So I just wanted to give you guys an update on what happened. So Charles had died 2 months after I finally ended the 6-month affair that was off and on, off and on.
Wow.
He said he wanted me to run away with him. He had 2 kids. I had 1 kid. He was married. I was married. But there was no way I was leaving my 5-year-old daughter for nobody, okay? And so my husband ended up dying. And then I should have taken time to grieve and really, really grieve. I did for a while. But then I met someone new online. And then we started dating immediately. And then we got married just 17 months after Charles had died. And so I want to leave an encouragement. There's healing available and God can restore whatever we've kind of screwed up. There'll be consequences, but God can restore and he gives grace.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up!
Can't make this shit up. Even if you tried. That's a nightmare of a story. Think about the man. To go out and exit this life this way is terrible, right? Now, I don't know the guy, I'm not saying he's an angel, but based on the story, horrible for anybody. And then she got married really quickly after that. This kind of reminds me that I can never stress enough how important it is to make sure that you think twice. Come on, we already know marriage is a dangerous thing to enter into today, but if you are thinking about it, or even just spending the rest of your life with that one person, building a relationship with somebody, you gotta be careful who you pick, the mindset they're in at that time in their life, maturity. As always, man, we're gonna check out some of these comments. Let's see what the people had to say, because obviously people reacted to this for sure. First comment here says, was it worth it? This person wants to know if it was worth it. Odd question. Next comment here from a gentleman says, I was with a married girl with a face palm. Wish I could take it back as well. The sad face. Yeah. Married women are out here cheating, man. They are out here cheating. Next comment reads, my mom ruined her 18-year marriage. Now she is miserable living with the guy. I tried to warn her about the consequences, but she didn't care. And now she has to drink that coffee.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
Next comment from another gentleman here says, funny how some people are so judgmental and self-righteous on how they never would do something like that. Everyone is capable. I learned. And then the actual woman responded to him and said, yep, most people don't ever think you'll end up in an affair. Yeah, ending up in an affair, and this is not to justify an affair, but ending up in an affair is one thing. This story is something else. Seeing somebody who you once loved, literally like watching that person die, but still walking out, and they know that that's another thing to me. That's another level of not giving an F. But what do you guys think? Right? I may be wrong. Comment down below. Next comment here from somebody else says, sorry, no regrets. That time you were in need and someone fulfilled those needs, meaning not your fault. No regrets, with a thumbs up. Wow. So we've got a woman here who says, don't regret it because he wasn't fulfilling those needs. And what were those needs? Those love languages. Affirmation and affection. Again, guys, this is female privilege right in front of your face. Women are often great at giving excuses when they step out. It's easy to feel sorry for a woman and be like, oh, what? He wasn't giving you affection. He wasn't giving you affirmation. Well, girl, you need that. How do you expect you to survive? But switch the gender roles right now and let the man step out and the woman died of cancer and he was still going out and busting cheeks. That man will be looked at as the devil. Next comment here reads, still, I can't judge nobody. Only God knows our hearts and why we do sometimes what we do. Sad face. Somebody else says, all the people not judging would be all over a guy if he did the same thing. That is facts. Come on, man. This was a man. Come on. Don't even get me started. Finally, our last comment here is actually a thread. It starts out with this comment that reads, everybody is so proud of you. It's insane. She responds and says, thanks. And when I said insane, I saw her response before I read it. And then the guy responded to her and says, you missed the sarcasm. And then the last comment says, no one is proud of someone who cheats on their spouse, especially when they have cancer. Yeah, man, this is a tough one. I don't think, no matter who you are, you can't make a decision like this. Step out on a relationship, on a marriage of somebody who's like terminally ill, has cancer, and then go out on the internet, on TikTok, share the story and not expect to face any consequence or any judgment for the story that you've shared. It just comes with the territory. I know we all say, we shouldn't judge, but whatever you do in this life, people will judge you. People will judge your character, judge what you're capable of. And this to me is a very horrible act. Now, this is not to say that I don't think she should grow from this and learn from this and experience forgiveness. I think she should, right? But it doesn't excuse how horrible this marriage and situation really was. Listen, guys, as always, curious to know what you think. Leave your comments down below. I appreciate you all for checking out yet another episode of the Coffee Pod. Till next time, man. I'm out. Peace.